I just like to tell stories, so these be my stories. Inhale the smell of the soft shell. Not to get high, but just to get by. This piece right here is an ode to everyone that I know who's ever been in love and still claim to be in love with cocaine. See, I was once addicted to cocaine, but not from an injection into my veins or shooting it through the nose to make it go quicker to the brain to numb the pain, but instead I was in love and addicted to cocaine from the cash that came. See, I used to cook rock in the same pot that my mother made ham hocks and collard greens in. See, this black boy would do anything in the streets with that white girl for the love of them green men, and for the love of that girl, I done seen killers squeeze triggers and bleed men. And when greed sets in, I've seen kids snatched out their baby kids. I mean, I would run up in your mother's church if she prayed there. This game is cold and it ain't fair. And see, it ain't hard to breathe, seeing when you living inside the devil's den, all behind the white line and cocaine. See, cocaine had me and my partners afraid to call each other by our government names. And through cocaine, I painted a permanent stain on the same community in which some of my kinfolk still remain. I feel ashamed I can't step foot inside my auntie's house, but I understand and see, I still love her. See, I was the reason for her divorce. Her husband, she got hooked on my girlfriend and became one of my most loyal customers. See, OSHA couldn't predict or depict the hazardous work conditions in which this game is fixed. You get caught slipping on the block with these block boys and take you right off the block, boy. And for the right price, the same block boy can get you a nice price on the whole block, boy. Cocaine raised me from a boy to a man, taught me how to set goals and fulfill my dreams. See, I started out with an 8-ball, but I had a plan and worked my way up to nothing less than a key. Taught me chemistry and culinary skills. See, I was Albert Einstein mixed with Martha Stewart. Couldn't no dealer in the kitchen out-shelf me. Taught me chemistry. Taught me accounting and how to market a product. But see, all you had to do was have my pecan party, this shit here, to sell itself. Taught me to accumulate my wealth and protect my assets. I didn't have a 401k plan, but I had an AK and a plan that if you ever thought of taking mine, I was protecting mine. See, I was repping mine to the death of mine, willing to die with the white line. Cocaine. See, cocaine contributed to some of my shortcomings. I missed out on prom and homecoming, because if I wasn't coming home with something for the oven, then we probably wasn't eating nothing. See, we was lured in for the monetary enticement, but the federal government enacted a code that got these boys stitching so cold that now these secret and RICO indictments had me and my crew put down to work like a light switch. See, I knew if I ever stood in front of a judge and he had any sort of a grudge before he struck his gavel, he was considering giving us Buzz Lightyears if we was ever caught with that white kid. But see, I'm standing right here trying to right my wrongs, but what would you do in this instance to stop your mother's pain and suffering and you feeling worthless because the heat and water wasn't working? Don't get it twisted and confused. I may have sold cocaine for a living, but Miss Turner didn't raise no food. And from the proceeds off of cocaine transactions, 4.5 years later, I done paid my way through school. See, I ain't invested no gold watches, no gold chains, or no flashy rings. I ain't even putting no gold or platinum caps on my fangs. I was out there getting it to put some knowledge in my brain. Didn't graduate at the top of the class, but shit, I graduated with the class. Traded in my Pyrex in a 9-piece for a sleeve tie cap and gown, wingtip briefcase and some cufflinks. The niggas asked me, you could go back, would you change? Hell no, my answer remains. See, I wouldn't change a thing. See, cocaine made me the man who I am today. I'm no different from a pro athlete who done retired and being inducted into the Hall of Fame. If they ever gave me a speech, I would say, see, I'm too old to be out there playing with the young boys, but I always love niggas and respect the game. Game, okay. Thank you.